What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com with my partner over here.
How we doing, guys? Bryce Beal. I'm the Director of Performance at Legacy of Carbon.
All right, so Legacy of Carbon is a youth performance facility in Franklin, Tennessee. We train everybody, youth athletes, right? From your D1 to someone who's never, ever done an athletic activity. We'll either get you better or we'll get you the best, or all of the above.
Yeah, you can't really say it better than that.
Nah, I don't think you can. But anyway, speed, strength, all that stuff, that's what we do because speed kills, but strength hurts. But anyway, check it out. I just made that up. That's a shirt.
Strength punishes.
Strength does punish. That's right. So, speaking of hurting, we see a lot of youth athletes, not even youth athletes, just gym bros. So just to give you an outlay, if you have a chance to come by Carbon Performance in Franklin, Tennessee, it is a beautiful gym, and we are nestled right in the middle with a nice, huge facility filled with squat racks and sleds and everything you need, all the bars you could dream of, hex bars and good old-fashioned Elite FTS safety squat bars, yokes. You know, we have a beautiful facility within Carbon. So the beauty of what we do is we are a carved-out space in the middle of a gym. So in our gym, we could literally look through this peeping glass and see the main gym, see everybody train. And I've alluded to this on our videos before. I do it a lot. And a lot of times I see a lot of people doing a lot of nothing. That's usually what I talk about, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about a disturbing trend that we hear is happening from the athletes we train and from parents. There's an epidemic going on. It's been going on since I was a kid. My school didn't have the problem. But a lot of schools did in Texas, some in California, Florida. You usually see that here, but you got to realize Tennessee, where we live, Brentwood, Franklin, Spring Hill, areas like that, it's not Tennesseans. These are all people from California and Texas and Florida and Illinois. So with that brings different cultures, right? So we've seen a huge, huge uptick. From our personal viewpoint, again, it might be correct, might not be correct, but from what we are sitting and from talking to other strength coaches across the world, not just the country, but the world, that there is a huge uptick of youth, not even athletes, just youth, consuming or intaking performance-enhancing drugs. And they're not even buying it from drug dealers. They're not injecting it. They're buying it from these supplement stores. You can't get it at Vitamin Shop. You can't get it at GNC, but there's a gray market at these ma and pa supplement stores for supplements or hormones or whatever called SARMs.
Yep. And like, if you go back, let's just say over the last 3 or 5 years, I'd say, and you look at all of the issues that have come about, especially through social media, you start here. I mean, God rest his soul. Who's the
Joe
gentleman?
Aesthetics?
Yep.
Joe
He
Linder?
just passed away. He was 30.
30.
That's correct.
30.
And now you're seeing the superficial side of what social media is, in the sense of you're seeing what everyone else is doing or trying to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
Where now, as coaches, I'm sitting here, and I know Mark does it. We both do it all the time, where it's like, all right, how and why are these kids talking about SARMs in the middle of whatever gym we go to?
And they're asking me questions. Kids, when I was a kid, I didn't know what a steroid was. I didn't know what a steroid was till I was, I believe, in my 20s. The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it. Like, I didn't know how they worked. I thought you could get them from tainted food, you know, because all the UFC, remember all the guys back in the day, well, I ate some pork and I think it was tainted. They blamed it on food supply, right? So I literally thought that steroids were something you accidentally caught, like a cold. And I might just be because I'm stupid. But now these kids, like, so what are you on? So I'm taking this MK734. I'm taking this Osterine and all these other Arenes and YKs and all. I don't even know what the real numbers and letters are. And they're asking me about it. And so I did some research, Bryce. And honestly, in the studies, and again, these drugs have actually, I mean, a lot of them were drugs that were researched by pharmaceutical brands and dropped for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, what were most of the studies done on?
So, well, there are some human studies. Okay, here's the problem: the safety data that says there's no side effects. For example, I think it was Austrian. Don't quote me. It was on 3 milligrams. On the bottle and on the internet, they're telling people to take 50 milligrams. So, like, I can tell you right now, there's 200 milligrams of caffeine in this Ghost. Probably not enough to kill me. Okay, so let's say 10 times that dose of caffeine. 10 times. Okay? 200 times 10.
2,000.
Actually, yeah.
I'd be
2 grams. 2 grams. Now it's even more than that. So it's dose duration. So you're seeing a lot of kids having virilization, a lot of kids getting steroid side effects, a lot of kids getting where their bodies are not producing testosterone on its own anymore, kids getting gyno, aka bitch tits, and also long term, these kids might have issues having children. They might have developmental issues. They might have hormone issues long term. They might need to go on TRT at 19, 20 years old. It's a huge pandemic. It's a huge epidemic. And it's something that we need to stop, and we need to educate our kids. A lot of parents, the problem is they don't know it. Okay.
They think it's healthy buying it from a store.
Little Billy goes into Bob's Nutrition in Poughkeepsie. I always use Poughkeepsie because I like the word. And little Billy goes, hey, I would like something to make me big. Okay, so Bob from Bob's Nutrition goes, well, I got this SARM over here that'll put on some size. And little Billy, his friends at school, put on 10 pounds of muscle taking these SARMs. Little Billy doesn't realize these kids can't get erections anymore. These kids are having issues. These kids, if they come off of it, they're going to lose all their gains, because once you're off of it, your body goes and fights to maintain homeostasis, which is your body wants to be normal. So normally when people go on steroids and they come off, they lose most, if not all, of their gains. So what these kids are doing is they don't want to lose their gains. They're staying on these things year round. And let's not even get started on hepatotoxicity. You'll have kids with liver issues. You'll have kids with potential kidney issues. Not to mention, you talked about Joe Stedix, rest in peace, right? Joe Lindner, you got potential heart issues. And, we have these new medications that are given to people to protect from a certain virus, that a lot of these kids might have had that as well. I have a sick, eerie feeling, and I don't know, again, I'm not an expert, that there could be some contraindication between androgen use in large hearts and athletes and this therapy.
Yeah.
There's a ladybug.
I'm
scared of ladybugs. They're petrified.
I think the big question I've always tried to look at, or I like data and research, is kind of like you brought up, is what majority of these tests have been studied on rats.
A lot of them. I mean, there is human data.
There is some.
There is human data. A lot is rats. Yes.
But the human data is for people that have cancer.
A lot of it's sarcopenia.
Yeah.
Aging people in sarcopenia and very low doses. Again, you can't take safety data from 3 milligrams and translate it into 50 milligrams. I don't even think they've established the LD50 on that. LD50 is basically half of what it takes for you to die.
Yeah, it sounds terrible in itself.
So
I think, like, if you're a kid at home and I'll just say you're training, right? Yeah. You're training in general.
You're in puberty, dude.
You are at the highest test levels you will probably ever have.
Thomas gained 10 pounds last week.
Am I incorrect?
Yeah, Thomas trained. We went on a cruise, trained hard. He finally ate big. Finally. Look, my son Preston, he's 10. He doesn't question things. I could tell Preston to run headfirst into a brick wall and he would. I don't, but it's tempting. Preston, I'm like, Preston, you need to eat more to get big. Preston, next thing you know, he's up 20 pounds. Right? Thomas, I'm like, Thomas, he doesn't have a big appetite. So we go on a cruise. We train every day in the gym on the cruise. Kid comes back 10 pounds heavier than he was when we left.
Yeah. And
it's food, and he's 15.
And it just,
I'm so sorry, Thomas. Like, he's starting to show signs of being 15. Armpit hair, other hair.
Yep.
You know that hair.
Other hair.
I shaved mine off. You have all you're so excited like to get that hair.
I'm excited that he's gained 10 pounds. That's what I'm excited about.
I thought you were going to say you're excited about him getting
No,
hair.
I'm excited about 10
like,
pounds.
Here's the deal. Like, he's getting a little mustachio. You know, like, when I was a kid, I was so happy when my hair came in my armpits and other places. And now, since I was 22 years old, I've been shaving it off. I'm like, what a short-lived, like, I've literally been getting rid of it longer than I had it.
But I think, like, for everyone on the outside that looks into athletics or bodybuilding or whatever when it comes to training is like, if you're between 13 to 25 is probably the height of your
I think 25. If you're look, I mean I get called a hypocrite a lot because I have used performance enhancing drugs in the past, but I was 27 and it was prescribed by a doctor, and I waited till I was 33 to go beyond that. So I was 6 years of TRT, and then I erroneously decided to do more to get my NABA Pro card, which I was successful in. What I tell people is that you need to weigh the risks and rewards, right? So there's no reward for if you're in high school and you're playing football, because man, I've seen natty kids just destroy everybody. We train natural kids who are much better. We don't train any enhanced kids to my knowledge. And if they were enhanced, I would say you're getting off that or you're not in this facility anymore. We have a drug-free facility. So we have natural kids gaining, what did
33. So we had a kid go from,
we could say his name. He's awesome.
DJ went from 175 pounds to 208. So that's 33 pounds within, I think it was like what, 2-3 months?
It was 8 weeks. And he also, his 40 went from what, 5'3" to 4'6"?
Yep. So that's literally blasphemy.
You literally have insane. Everybody who takes steroids would trade the steroids for puberty again. Puberty, I gained 70 pounds naturally in 3 months. 70 pounds.
And that's the thing that...
And I'm not tall. Yeah. It's not like I went up to 7
But I think,
feet
like,
tall.
if you're training, I'll say the first question I ask anyone is, well, I just tell them straight out, you don't train hard enough.
Yes.
That's it.
They don't.
B, you say you eat, but then if I have you write down what you eat and you send me pictures, Starbucks, which I do to kids all the time. I have kids send me pictures of their food all the time, and they say they're eating, and then clearly they're not, because I'll write it down.
They're like goddamn kindergartners.
Yes.
They got like chicken nuggets.
Yeah. So if you want to get bigger, and I'll turn this whole conversation into another part, and what I mean is, if you want to get bigger, you want to get faster, you want to get stronger, learn how to train, do it with someone that actually knows what the hell's going on. Mm-hmm. 3, actually feed yourself. Food is fuel.
You got to force feed for some kids out there, especially like
Thomas.
Look at Thomas. Kid trains for an hour in the morning. He's going to do conditioning in the afternoon, and he's going to wrestle for an hour to 2 hours at night. There is no amount of food that will make that kid fat. Preston at his largest, like he's 10. Like, dude, but Preston's dealing with prepubescent. Wait till he hits puberty. Every morsel of food he eats, the way he trains, is going to turn into lean muscle. Oh, God. It's going to be insane.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, and then even like my daughter Cammie, it's like she doesn't have puberty, but she'll outlive 90% of the dudes her age at our facility.
Yes. And if you think that's a joke, watch every video.
Yeah, I mean, people know by now. I think Cammie's not a secret.
I think, if you're contemplating, we'll wrap it up. I think if you're contemplating any thought process of walking into Bob's in, I don't know, whatever town you said. Poughkeepsie. And you're thinking about grabbing that bottle. Why don't you go get some chicken, put it in the oven.
Get some beef, man. Get some beef. You need beef.
Get a lot of rice.
Go to McDonald's. I don't care. It's still better than that crap.
And I hate saying this, but like some kids can get away with this is if you see it, eat it.
Most kids can.
Yes.
Most athletes, they run so much.
You guys need to understand, like, I'm at the point now where I don't care what I say.
So I will say that most people who watch this will be parents. Parents, you need to tell your kids, you need to warn them about SARMs. And if you want more information, DM me on Instagram. I'll send you as much as I know.
Yep.
But all you need to do is say, don't take it. I have 3 rules in my house. Other than that, you must play 2 sports, 1 combat, 1 team. The 3 rules are no drugs, no alcohol, no steroids. Done. Other than that, you can pretty much do anything. Because take those out, what are they going to do? Like, those usually lead to most bad decisions anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also, as far as diet goes, I had a parent, I will end with this. I had a parent come up the week before I left on vacation. Like, so, you know, he's trying, I'm like, your son needs to eat. Well, I mean, what should we get him? Like chicken and rice? I'm like, no, get him some pizza. Make sure he gets his protein in. For his weight, that's 110 grams. That's literally 2.5 chicken breasts. Then eat. Like, we don't need this kid eating like an anorexic 12-year-old girl. We need this kid eating like an athlete. We need this kid shoveling down food. We need calories. And if he gets the calories in from chicken and rice, oh, so be it. But if that kid wants a muffin, get him a muffin.
Yeah. I mean, here, they're one of the most popular videos on Instagram right now is a Boston College lineman going through his entire routine of eating with his nutritionist there. We're talking about massive burritos twice a day, protein shakes twice a day, greens, all this food, and it came out to like 6,000 calories. So if you think what you're eating now is a lot, just wait till you actually...
And get to a training table. Yep.
And then you start to figure it out.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Supplements, tigerfitness.com. That's my site. All your training. We do online coaching for youth and for adults. Legacy@carbon.com. That's legacy@carbon.com. Or marklobliner.com. If you go to marklobliner.com, you can sign up for my newsletter. I try to send out one a week. I sent one out last week. I usually provide some kind of a cool little like update, some motivational stuff, and also some deals for Tiger Fitness and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool thing. marklobliner.com. Legacy@carbon.com with Bryce.
Have a good one, guys.
I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. All it takes, this replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. So let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.